Greetings traveler, and welcome to another one of my speed builds. For today our travels bring us to San Myshuno and we're building a trendy postmodern apartment. And if you're not new here, you probably noticed that I've been gone for about 5 months so far, and I know, how dare I just waltz in with another video completely unannounced after disappearing for 5 months. Well, I wanted it to be a surprise for you, so surprise. I will talk about all of this in a bit because I don't want to scare the new guys watching this away, if there are any new guys. So let me just talk about this apartment first. And how did I begin building this? So after looking at the footage I have of this apartment, I realized that I actually started building this in the end of January, and that's about when the Pastel Pop kit came out, and it's basically what inspired this whole idea. And also around that time, Kiwi Sim released the TUI set, TUI, which is also like this similar kind of vibe. And I also started watching these two interior decorators on YouTube and TikTok. I don't really remember their names, but if I do, I'll link them somewhere in the description or in the pinned comment. And they also furnish people's houses with this kind of postmodern, super colorful kind of aesthetic. So that's how I got the inspiration for this apartment, and I decided that instead of going with a white background with all these colorful colors, I would go in the complete opposite direction and contrast them with a black background. So usually people that use this kind of interior design go with a white background, like white floors and walls and everything and furniture pieces, but I thought it would be fun and weird to go for black instead. So the walls and the floors are black and some of the furniture pieces, and they really contradict all these colors in a weird way, which I'm not sure how I feel about, but nonetheless I thought it was interesting and unique. I personally would not want to live in a place that like this, furnished with this style, or that has this many colors, but I think it's fun to look at for a few hours maybe, but I wouldn't want to live in a place like this the whole time, because for me it's just too much. There are too many things going on, too many colors, too many patterns, and it's not my personal style. But what can I say? I can be easily influenced. And while I don't personally enjoy this type of design, I still find a way to incorporate my personality and my own taste in it and give it my own kind of touch, and I just try to have fun with it no matter what the style is. So I hope that you like this apartment, even though I know that a lot of you follow me for the more traditional builds, not the modern ones, and I totally get that. I'm also more of a fan of the traditional builds, but this is something fresh and new and interesting. So this is originally Lily and Victor Feng's apartment, but I didn't necessarily furnish it with them in mind. So I pictured a couple that lives here and they don't have any children or pets. They live here by themselves and they're filthy rich, and one of them is a photographer and the other one is in the music industry, so probably a producer of some sort, or maybe even a musician. And I did add 2 offices for each of them. One of them is a photography studio and the other one is a music production room. So this is a huge apartment and it's 2 floors, but I did tear down most of the second floor, so in most of it has this double height ceiling, and there are some rooms on the second floor, like the bedroom, a walk-in closet, a bathroom, and one of the offices, but most of the second floor is not there. And I just thought that there wouldn't be much to do with all this space since it's a house for a couple. And I also had this idea for this really cool library that goes from the first floor all the way to the second floor, and I just love it. It's the most favorite part of this apartment for me, and you can see it right now. I'm gonna fill it up with some books, and I just love it. I got the inspiration for this, I think, from a picture I saw on Instagram, and it's definitely an idea that I want to revisit in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the apartment, at least for now. And if you're new here, I just want to say hi, my name is Bella, and I do speed builds in The Sims 4 using custom content mostly. And if you're not, then you should know that I miss you guys so much, and I'm very sorry about disappearing for the last 5 months. It was out of my hand completely. And I know that I posted 2 updates saying that I'm coming back soon, and I never did, but here I am, I'm back, and I'm very happy that I am. In my last update, I was pretty much at the lowest point of my life, and everything was just going wrong. But after that, like very recently, things are just starting to improve. Everything started to work out for the best, and I just can't believe it. I'm so happy about that. And I can finally say that I'm in a better place in my life right now, in a better headspace where I can just go back to my channel, go back to building and making videos. The reason I took this break in the first place was because I was struggling mentally, and the pressure from building and making videos plus that CurseForge competition, which I don't want to talk about, it all just builded this pressure up, and I just couldn't handle it. So I thought I would take a short break and then come back, but I didn't plan on the break to be this long, basically, and it did, unfortunately. I was really like taking care of my mental health in the beginning of this break. I was doing a lot of things that I love. I went back to playing other games, which I don't normally do because The Sims just takes up all of my free time, but I did play other games. I played like about 5 games in the Assassin's Creed series, and the whole 3 games in the Dragon Age series, and I had a blast with those games. And I honestly want to continue dividing up my free time between The Sims and other video games, because I do love playing other video games. I didn't have the time to do that, and I really want to play other video games. So even though I'm back now, I'm not gonna put more pressure on myself to make more builds or produce more videos. I'm just gonna take things slowly and at my own pace. And the reason that I didn't update you during these 5 months until like much later, and the reason that I didn't announce that I'm taking this break, is I just thought that people wouldn't care, that everyone's gonna forget about me, my existence. But oh my god, I was so wrong, because I got a lot of people DMing me on Instagram and other places, and DMing my friend actually, and asking about me, like, where am I okay? And I freaked out. I did not expect people to remember me, to check up on me. Honestly, I was so happy. So thank you for that. Just know that every message just meant so much to me and made me feel better about everything in general. And it's just nice to see that to some of you, I'm not just some random stranger on the internet that uploads a video every once in a while, that I'm a little more than that. It just makes me happy. And Speaking of other video games, I actually started another build, I think during the beginning of February, that was inspired by Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It took place in Havana, I think, Havana, Cuba. And I loved all those colorful houses, so I decided to build 4 colorful townhouses in, I think, Tartosa. And that's actually gonna be the video that I'm gonna upload after this one. And that is a huge build. I've been building it little by little on the span of 4 months, I guess. And I never got to finish it because it was actually too huge for my laptop to handle. Towards like the 3rd townhouse, it just was lagging uncontrollably and I just couldn't handle it. So I thought that I'm just gonna furnish this last townhouse and not furnish the 4th one. But you're gonna see all of that in the next video. After that one, I also have maybe 2 or 3 more builds that are complete and everything. And it's nice to see that I'm coming back to YouTube with some content that's already ready. Of course, I still have to like edit the videos and take the screenshots and everything, but still, it's nice to see that I have a couple of extra builds at hand when I need them. So back to this apartment, I made a gym, and I just did that because I didn't know what to do with all this extra space. So this room here is a gym that has also a coffee station and a yoga mat. And next to the gym there is a small room where I placed a sauna. Also because I didn't know what to do with the extra space, and also because that room is like the perfect size for a sauna. And I guess after this, the build is done. So if you want to download this, you can find the tray files on my Patreon for free, or you can download it from my gallery. But unfortunately, since it's a 2-story house and it's kind of complex, like there's no 2nd floor in most of the 2nd floor, it's gonna be like putting some puzzle pieces together. Most of the rooms are saved separately. Plus, I don't think that you're gonna get this pool that I placed in the 1st floor with it, and I don't think you're gonna get the stairs either, but I hope it isn't too much trouble for you to download if you want to download it. I really did try my best to make it in one piece as much as I can, which was impossible. I think I'll post a picture with the layout of the apartment so you know where to put each piece. But yeah, if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing, and also like the video, comment if you have anything to say, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.